Welcome back to Final Fantasy 16, part 16 of my playthrough. Um, Kind of have an embarrassing story. 2 nights ago I live streamed somebody, I'm gonna say somebody, not some people, may have seen some of it. I actually fell asleep, and so there's just a lot of standing around for quite a while. It didn't pop up on my YouTube afterwards, but some of you, if you tuned in live, you probably saw it. So I started over, and the next day, and forgot to save it to make a video. So this is actually my third time going through this part of the game, except that all the saves that I have, which I have about 10 of them, none of them are exactly back where the video should have began a couple nights ago. So I do apologize that there is a little bit of a missing cutscene. I don't think there was one battle that I got into here, but then there was a cutscene where we found Wade. You remember Wade? He was in the beginning. He was one of the guards at Phoenix Gate. Somebody we knew a long time ago in the prologue. And he is backed by none other than Clive's uncle. And so we ran into Clive's uncle, or Sid, whatever you want to call us now. And he was happy to see us, of course. Didn't believe us at first, and we proved it to him by showing him an act that only we would know. So that's really the only thing you missed. And now I gotta go talk to Wade to leave here. And I don't really feel like going through all this again. So I'm gonna turn on the rings that make the game a little bit easier, just to speed it up, hopefully, a little bit. And then I'll turn it off when I get back to where I was. So in items, no, my bad, gear, we're gonna put the ring of, I think it's timely assistance, and the ring of, let's see, this one, so you don't have to command Torgal, he'll do it by himself. But I think the one that's gonna help out the most is the combo one. Let's see, time slows before an evadable enemy attack strikes Clive, no effect when equipped with the ring of timely evasion. When equipped, Clive automatically evade attacks as long as the attack can be evaded. So this will, so I'll put the timely strikes on. That means all of our combos will just be used with square. We'll turn on all these easy things just to get by. Like I said, and I'll take it back off when I get back to where I was, so. And why not let Torgal do his own thing? Hold on a second, what does this say? The Ring of Timely Assistance effects are included in the Ring of Timely Strikes. Might also learn some new combos this way too that we haven't seen.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
Just for the sake of you guys seeing the conversations, I've already seen all this, but this guy has nothing.
It has been an honor.
And here is Wade, who we knew from way back in the day.
What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good.
I feel like I recognize him from Phoenix Gate also, but maybe not.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. And so, I know there's something up here I missed. I'm gonna collect it just in case my other save file gets overwritten and I miss out, because I'm probably gonna go back to my other, because I'm gonna skip a lot of the fights if I can. I don't think there really isn't many anyway. But once I get done showing you guys this, I will go back to my other save file, because I was probably gonna have a higher level or more experience.
Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Look at me sideways. Go along now.
Actually, thinking about it, the only battle I think I did was mandatory, right here.
On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
That's exactly what we're saying.
Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Oh yeah, okay. I was wondering what was going on, but I forgot I turned on
Reinforcements from the far bank.
Another wyvern to fight their battle for them.
the ring to automatically do these moves.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
That definitely made it faster.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
So wait. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him? Nice try.
And there you have it.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Okay, so I was wrong. I apologize. You guys did not miss the cutscene I was talking about earlier. About seeing his uncle. That's about to happen now. So the only thing you missed was I had one battle inside this place, and once I got done fighting, Wade comes out and says he only knew one fighter that could fight like that, so he knew it was Clive, and basically that's what that cutscene was about, just reuniting with Wade. Now the cutscene I was talking about at the beginning of the stream is going to happen. I'm glad you guys didn't miss it. So that's great.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
It is a long
It's the mark of
cutscene.
the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Pretty long.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Jill's like, what are you doing?
Vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddu in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
Just like we did.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Alright, so that's where I left off, where I had to restart, so I guess I don't even have to load my other game because it's about the same. But I am going to take off the cheat rings that I have on and see what did I have on. I had the Gil, the experience, and the ability points. I don't think I'm going to do a Gil because I don't really need the Gil thing. I think instead of that, I'm going to Flames of Rebirth. Is that the... Oh wow, 12 seconds. That can be very useful. Maybe that's what I'll do. Reduces the cooldown by 12 seconds. That is... Wow, that is crazy. Increases ignition damage by 12%. Is that the other one? Yeah, I might. I might even put that one on. So yeah, increase attack by 12. Increase healing potency of potions by 20%, which I kind of want to use that too. Increase defense by 10. So I think we're going to change this one to the ignition one, see how much that helps. We're going to keep the Wages of Warcraft, which is more ability points by 20%. Then I think we're going to take off the... Well, obviously we're taking off the timely assistance. And we're going to go with... the Breath of Fire, which is the Flames of Rebirth cooldown by 12 seconds. That just seems... It's a long cooldown, I give it that, but like, let's see how much 12 seconds makes. I mean 12 seconds obviously, but... I got a lot of points I've been saving up for this one though. That one looks awesome, so... Almost there. 200 more. So anyways, that's going to be the end of this live stream. I'm planning on doing another live stream around 8 o'clock. I just wanted to get this one out of the way and catch back up for what was missed, skipped. So, I hope you guys can come and watch my stream at 8 o'clock. And if you like the videos, consider subscribing. And I will see you on the next time. Thank you for watching.